Hi Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising Signs. Hope you're very well. So this is your week ahead, starting from Monday 3rd of July through to Sunday 9th of July, week ahead. Advice reading. So Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising Signs? What is the advice you have for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising Signs? Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising Signs for the next 7 days, starting from Monday 3rd of July through to Sunday 9th of July. What is the advice you have for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising Signs? Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising Signs. Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising Signs for the week commencing Monday 3rd of July through to Sunday 9th of July. Show me. Well, your advice is a King of Cups, so there could be somebody around you, Leo, who is a Scorpio. Usually he's a Cancerian though, but often we can read him as a Scorpio as well. Depends on who you are, really. I often read this dude as a Scorpio. Could be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, individual, male or female. Could be somebody very, very kind. For some of you guys, it might be the advice is to that you'll be receiving help or unconditional support. Is what the King of Cups often stands for. So it could be that there is somebody around you who's very kind, very supportive, very loving. Somebody who can help you with the situation is often the King of Cups. He'll often show up as a counsellor, for example, or just a really kind, understanding, loving, sweet individual potentially around you next week, Leo. Could also be that as advice, what you need to do is to when you get King of Cups, this is all about emotional awareness and emotional stability, because he is the king. So when you get kings, they enact whatever their suit is. So in the external world, to be a King of Cups is to be emotionally balanced. And some of you guys, the advice might be to approach a situation from a place of emotional stability, not to kind of King of Cups, yes. In the reverse, he can be a depressed person who doesn't open up and who holds everything in and who has a lot of secrets. But in the upright, though he can still be a little bit inhibited, it's not a bad thing, okay? So King of Cups for the week is a nice energy. Might be somebody around you, might be you're receiving care, comfort, advice, help, support, unconditional love from an individual. Might be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio individual, doesn't have to be, because you can be any zodiac sign and still read as a King of Cup. It could be that you need to go out there and offer help and support and conditional love to another individual yourself. Leo, when you get the King of Cups, it represents really to act kindly towards to another individual. King of Cups, Queen of Cups, I both read both of these people as being very compassionate individuals. So I feel that around you there could be somebody who has great compassion. It might be that you need to be compassionate. It might also be with the King of Cups, the advisor is saying that you're going to need to hold your head in a crisis, and you're going to really need to be kind of stable about this emotionally wise. So this isn't about getting out of your pram or showing lots and lots of worry. It's really about just saying, I'm okay with the situation and just dealing with it in a very kind of emotionally mature way, which is what this King of Cups is. Let's have a look at what the situation is around. Well, we've got the Devil here and the Five of Wands. Okay. Well, the Devil card means several things. It can mean temptation, but it can also mean that there are restrictions here, or some form of limitation, which is what the Devil is. The Devil is the elephant in the room often, that is setting two people apart. This is why two people can't come together, because there's an issue here going on with the Devil, and that might be causing some problems or friction, because we do have this Five of Wands, and actually the Five of Wands is a Leo card, so this is actually you. It might be causing you I don't know whether this is causing you confusion, Leo, or whether this is a case of that this is making you sort of clang your wand in the air and fight, or that type of thing. For some of you guys, it might be that there's a lot of sexual energy around you, because the Devil can definitely be temptation and allurement, and the Five of Wands can definitely be a card about, sex, basically, playfulness, that type of thing. So some of you guys might be experiencing that, but I think in the main this is possibly some form of an obstacle, because the Devil is a card that represents to be bound by a fear. It might be causing some confusion here, so it might be the advice is maybe approach a situation from an emotionally balanced perspective with this King of Cups. It might be that there's a King of Cups around you, and it might be why this person is around you is because of the devil. Okay, maybe there's somebody who's quite tempting around you. Maybe there's some form of confusion around that, or unease with the Five of Wands. But the devil and the Five of Wands, for me, the devil is a card that's not great. Not all the time. It can be good in some aspects. But I think the devil really does show some form of being bound to a situation, the inability to let go, which might be causing some form of conflict, especially internal conflict. Because the Five of Wands, it's fire energy, and usually when you get the Five of Wands, it can mean obstacles. It's almost like there's something that you're bound to that's causing some form of an obstacle here. And both cards represent the inability to let go of a situation here as well, the devil and that Five of Wands. Five of Wands really says as advice sometimes, Leo, sometimes it's best just to put your wand down and walk away, because it's a fight that you can't win. Alright, and I think that with the devil card, it's really a case of that there's a situation happening here that for some of you guys might have kept you bound because you're not willing to give up on it. You're not willing to let go. And maybe as the advice card comes in as being the King of Cups, it might be telling you to look at the situation from a full perspective, from a more rounded spiritual perspective, maybe with this King of Cups. Because we see water energy here. And this water can definitely feed into the earth, basically, of the devil. I don't really like that combination to get together. King of Cups and the devil, I don't really like them together, because to me it suggests something of an emotionally manipulative individual. But they're not together. This is the advice, and this is the reason why. It might be that there's a King of Cups, a person around you, somebody who's being manipulative. Maybe they're keeping them to you. Maybe they're because the devil card also means control. Alright, it might be somebody's trying to control the Leo, for example. Okay, because this is you. It's a Leo card. Five of Wands is. Alright, so there might be somebody around you, King of Cups. Somebody who's being quite manipulative maybe here. Alright, but I don't think it's that. It could be, but I think it's more to say that if there is a person around you, it might be that there's some situation here with the devil card. Something that you fear letting go of. Maybe it's causing some confusion. I'm not saying that there's anything like abuse going on, but the devil is definitely a card about somebody who's trying to control something here. It might be that you're involved in a controlling situation that's causing some form of conflict or argument with the Five of Wands here. And the advice card really, with the King of Cups, is saying to hold your head emotionally, to come to the situation from an emotionally balanced perspective. Let's have a look at what this what is the devil and the Five of Wands about? What exactly is that situation about? Well, there you go. It's just turned over. I have to take it, the Ten of Swords. This is a problem card. Alright, and there's no respite with these two either. Alright, both of them show very stagnant energies. Very limited energies. Very restrictive energies. Alright, this could be about a betrayal as well. Ten of Swords can be about a betrayal. Alright, maybe there's a devil in your life that's causing this Five of Wands. Perhaps this person betrayed you. And it could be with the King of Cups. The advice is really what you have to do is stand in your emotional awareness and power. There is no time for you guys, Leo, to be bound by a situation. Because I'm seeing you guys being bound and confused. Because this is you, the Five of Wands. You're Leo, you're like the lion. You know, you're very astute individuals. I think that you're bound by a very kind of difficult situation here with the Five of Wands, and that's because of the Ten of Swords. There might have been some betrayal for some of you guys, but the advice card with the King of Cups, and I think this isn't the person, I think this is the advice for the week, and I'm going to get why we're being told the King of Cups is the advice. Why is the King of Cups the advice for Leo? Why is the King of Cups the advice for Leo? Show me. Oh, there you go, the Page of Swords. I think that you guys, for next week, some of you guys know exactly what to do in a situation with this King of Cups energy, because this is the card about reason. He's like the King of Swords in a lot of ways, the King of Cups is. Because the King of Cups works off emotional rationality and emotional logic. So emotional intellect, basically, is what the King of Cups is. So this is about being emotionally intelligent. And I think that the advice card for next week is saying, hey Leo, you know, feed into your emotional intelligence, and how you feed into that is with the Page of Swords. What ideas are coming to you? What thoughts are you having? Because your first thoughts, your intuition, perhaps with the Page of Swords, is possibly the correct card. It's possibly the correct one, and you really need to act on that. Because the Page of Swords is a very intelligent card. This talks about new ideas that come to the individual. And though it's a young card, sometimes those new ideas are the right ones. Sometimes it's the first idea that you have about a situation that's the correct thing. Okay, so I feel that what this is saying for the week is the advice is feeding to that emotional intellect here. By looking at the first idea, by looking at the ideas that you've been growing. This is not an Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a new concept or a new idea. This idea has started to develop with the Page of Swords. Well, what are you going to do with the idea? Well, you're going to, you know, start initiating and doing something about that idea. The Page of Swords is also a card that says, well, stand up for the truth. So really the advice with the Queen of Cups, with the King of Cups, sorry, for me, is about feeding into your emotional intelligence and possibly saying something and doing something about that. Because the Page of Swords, even though it can be read in terms of if it's a message coming to you, delay, bad news, it can also say with the Page of Swords, it's time to strike. So this emotional intelligence, some of you guys, or emotional intellect, some of you guys might have been feeding into over a period of time around a situation, well, it's time to speak the truth about it with the Page of Swords. It's time to speak the truth. It's time to... He's got the Ace of Swords held high. And the Ace of Swords is also a communication card. So it's time to speak the truth with the Page of Swords. Because there is a person around you, I feel, a devil, that's causing some form of conflict. And what is that devil? Who is that devil causing conflict? Well, it's somebody that might have hurt you, the Ten of Swords. Okay? And it's also, you know, the situation is about, with the Ten of Swords, the situation is that you can't do anything about, you know, it's doomed. It's a doomed situation. Ten of Swords represents something that is doomed. I don't mean to be all like, oh, blah, 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 nasty. It's not like that. I'm not giving you bad readings at all. I'm just saying that it looks like to me there's a situation here that's doomed. We don't see a devil and a card showing release from that. You know, Devil and Judgment, for example, I would consider, you know, a very kind of difficult situation that's being released or recognised, or a wake-up call from that. What we see is one inhibited card going into another with the Five of Wands. Alright, both cards suggest some form of being bound or non-agreement over something or conflict. And I think that this is because of the Ten of Swords. Something is doomed, but it's almost like you're still holding on to something for some of you Leos, I feel. And you're here on the card, you're still fighting your way through something here. And I think that the advice for next week, Leo, is saying, well, what's the point in still fighting a situation here? The best thing to do is standing your emotional reason, your emotional intellect, okay, and through that emotional intellect initiate, act on it, because that's what the Page of Swords should do. He acts on a situation. He's ready to strike on it, speak the truth, act on the situation. If your feelings with the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is about having very big feelings, but knowing exactly how you feel and how to sort of intuit that and move forward with those feelings. Well, your feelings here, you really should be doing something, because remember, the Swords are about action. The Cups are about being passive, so you can sit with the King of Cups card and you can say, I really do know how I feel about a situation, because I'm a king, I know exactly how I feel. But does the king know what to do with it? Well, the Page of Swords sure as hell knows what to do with the King of Cups feelings. He knows how to act, because at the end of the day, he's ready to strike on these feelings here. He's ready to say, you know what, actually I'm feeling this, now I'm ready to strike on this. I'm either ready to say something about it, or I'm ready to take some form of action, because that's what swords do. They take action, no matter what the consequences. I'm ready to take action on how I'm feeling here. So the advice for me, for you guys, Leo, is take action on what your real feelings are. Because I think there's a situation here that might be holding you back, and it's just looking at the cards for me. The Devil is a card about being bound by our fears. It might be causing some of you guys confusion with the Five of Wands. So you might be bound by a fear that's causing you confusion. And why is that? Because of the Ten of Swords. The situation is about the Ten of Swords. So some of you guys might be feeling in victim mode. You might be feeling that you can't get out of a situation with the Ten of Swords. Okay, you might feel that you're pinned to a situation, but these cards here, as the advice is saying, Leo, you're not pinned to a situation. You're far from being pinned to a situation, because your emotional intelligence is telling you to act with that Page of Swords. It's telling you to either speak up for yourself, or it's telling you to act with it. You're not pinned to this situation at all. If there's a situation that you feel pinned to, don't, because you have the autonomy to make changes. That is your advice reading for the next 7 days, Leo. I would like to say thank you so much for joining me, and I'll speak to you on your triple crosses. Bye bye.